Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and I want to talk to you guys out there. Yes, you, those going into your first powerlifting meet. Maybe some of you who have already done powerlifting meets. Okay, you have to understand the commands that go along with the movement. And if you're training right now, these are going to become super important because I urge you, in your training, start working these commands in. The earlier you can start working these commands in, having a spotter say them for you, the better prepared you'll be for your meet. Alright, I can't tell you how many times I've missed commands early on in my career. I don't do it anymore because now I understand better. It still happens time to time. Early on though, I'm talking the first 2 years of competition, you're going to miss calls. It's going to happen, especially if you do not have a coach there with you saying, hey, listen in, these are the commands, just giving you a reminder, because so much is going to be going through your mind that this stuff has to become second nature. So the more you practice it, the better off you'll be. What commands are associated with the bench press? These are what you're going to have to start working into your training. We have 3 guys, all right? We're going to have a start. They're going to say start or bench. That's your initial cue to go. You can begin performing the movement. So that happens when you get the bar out. They say bench, right? And then you can start descending with it. You're going to have another call. That's the press call. That's the one that everyone ends up beating if you don't train it usually when you're going through your training, okay? Have to remember, someone's going to tell you to press. It's not when you want to press. When you want to press is much quicker than when they're going to tell you to press. Unless you've been training diligently, you've been doing long pauses, then you'll be well prepared. Okay, but someone's going to say press once you get down to chest level. And that, by rule, is when the bar becomes motionless. So there's not a certain time associated with that. It's not 1 second, 2 seconds. Sometimes it may feel like 2 seconds, but it's when the bar becomes motionless. So that's why I always stress, control the bar down. Because if you come down and it's bouncing around, even though you touch chest, you're not going to get a press call. You have to make sure that bar is coming down controlled. Right when it touches chest and you have full control, that bar is going to become motionless a lot quicker. So you're going to get a quicker press call. Okay? That's why you see a lot of equipped lifters get really quick press calls, almost immediately upon touch. Because the shirt is stopping them from getting down there, and then right when they touch chest, they're pretty much motionless as it is. Whereas a raw lifter, you see a lot of people drop down and they get that bounce when they hit their chest. Okay? So wait for the press call, guys. The last call, and I see a lot of lifters miss this too, and it sucks to see, because there's someone who sat in the judge's seat. I hate throwing that red light, and that is the rack command. Some lifter just grinded through a third attempt, did everything great, was a hell of a lift, really fought it out, and then they throw it right back in the rack before you can say rack it. That's the worst, guys. Don't let that happen to you. Practice that in your training. In fact, if you're doing reps, I urge you to even do top end holds. So get it up here, hold it for 3 seconds, make sure you're remaining tight, and then you can go into it again. That's going to help you prepare for this. Alright guys, so we have bench, press, rack. I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. Alright, get your setup. So, get your hand off for takeout. Boom. Right here. The bar has to become pretty motionless. You have to have control. Alright, so if you're coming out here and it's dancing around, they're probably going to wait to give you that bench command. Alright, if your spotter's hands are still on the bar, make sure they know to get their hands off the bar nice and quick once they get you out, because you need to have control. Bar is controlled, then they will give you the bench command. Alright, bench, control it down. I can control that touch better, motionless. Press. Alright, finish it. Once it's motionless here, I have control, rack. Alright, that's all there is to it, guys. So those are my tips for you. Make sure you get it out here, controlled as quick as possible, descend down, controlled, touch the chest, press, and then hold it. Hold it till you hear something. I don't care if they have to say it twice. You rack it after you hear the rack command. Alright guys, if you start preparing ahead of time, work that into your training, you're going to be golden when you go to the meet. I have full confidence You'll hit every command, no problem, and you won't forget it. Coach Ben here. And you know where to find me. You can meet me